I drove from Riverside to West Covina, and when I got to Monty's house, I was mortified to find it in disarray. It looked as if someone had put a monkey cage in the living room and let a dozen monkeys loose. Pictures were dangling from the wall. Sofa pillows were strewn all over the floor. A vase was cracked into a million pieces, and a bottle of wine had been busted against the wall. I heard cursing and screaming coming from the back room. I stepped back outside and walked toward my truck under the carport. I used my cell phone to call Monty. After about 5 rings, he answered. I found out that his ex-wife Geneva was ripping and tearing through his house in search of his checkbooks. She was upset because Monty had claimed their 2 sons on his taxes, and she no longer had dependents. She owed the IRS $1,700 and was trying to make Monty pay the bill. I asked Monty if he needed me to call the police, but Geneva had snatched the phone from him and had heard my voice and my question. She was furious. She started cursing and swearing like she was getting $20 per word. Trust me, after a minute and a half, she would have made the IRS payment and could have vacationed in Hawaii for 3 weeks. I wasn't scared. I was fed up. I jumped in my truck and called Stanley's ancient self at work. He wanted to meet me for lunch at Red Lobster in Montclair. I drove there and was disgusted at myself for going. He was literally old enough to be my father, but he looked old enough to be my great-grandfather. I swallowed my salmon and salad and tried to make as little conversation with him as I could. He was boring, and I realized I was the one who always carried the conversation. I would talk a mile a minute about a concert I'd been to, clothes and shoes, things I've read about the rich and famous on the internet, and his clients. I tried to spend the rest of the day with him with a good attitude, but it only got worse. When I woke up Thursday morning at Stanley's house, I felt weird. So I called Diana from my cell phone and made arrangements to move to her place. And here I am today. And guess what? I'm not looking back. I even threw the cell phone in a dumpster. A little bit of church is exactly what I need. The 15-minute ride to church was quick. The closer we came to Medical Center Drive, the more uncomfortable I became. When we pulled into the parking lot and the members were filing in, I didn't recognize many faces. Who are all these strange people? Who are you calling strange? That's exactly what they're going to be saying about you, Diana teased. True. I guess a lot has changed in 9 years. I don't hardly recognize any of these people. Maybe that's a good thing, considering my past. I told you it wasn't going to be half as bad as you imagined. Now let's go before we end up in the back pews with all the other drifters, crack fiends, and winos. I still sit on the seventh pew on the right side like I did when we were girls. It's good to see the important things stayed the same, I said as my soul began to feel good and warm. The first person I noticed when we got to church was Sonia Lambert. She used to think she was the cutest teenage girl at the church. She and I were always in competition. We would quietly and secretly try to outdo each other in hairstyles, clothes, perfume, and singing. It was a rivalry that would have most likely ended in death had I not stopped attending church. Sonia was only noticeable because of her beautiful pecan-colored skin and her hazel eyes. The rest of her was the size of a giant pumpkin. She was surrounded by 4 small kids pushing and shoving each other for pieces of candy from her no brand name purse. She was trying to be patient and loving and kept repeating things like, I have enough for everyone. Don't push your brother. Don't push your sister. I'm going to put it all away if you don't want to share. Is that who I think it is? Miss Don't wait till the battle's over. Shout now. You know in the end you're going to win. I have sang, have recited in reference to a song Sonia used to sing. Sasha? Sasha! Oh my goodness! It's really you! Come here and give me a hug. Sonia, it's really me. How you been? Are these your children? Yes, they are. Did your cousin tell you that I ended up marrying Bernard Little? These are four of the six we have. The other two are in Pasadena for the weekend visiting my parents. I knew you got married, but I don't remember Diana telling me you had six kids. God! She laughed. Girl, I just about get a new one for every year I've been married. But I won't be having any more. I can't remember the last time I went shopping for me. I knew she was making excuses for looking a hot mess. So where is Bernard? Is he around? I want to say hey. No, we won't be seeing him until November 22nd. He's in Iraq. He's a Marine. He'll be finishing up his tour and getting out for good. And honey, we can't wait. That's wonderful news. I'm happy for you. In about 5 months, you and your family will be reunited. That's great. She was boring me already. No real life. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw a nice looking man inching toward us. I literally mean inching. He was walking slow enough to give still photos of his 6 foot fine self to the paparazzi, if they were around. Sassy Sasha is what they called her. He drawled like that character Martin did for Pretty Ricky Fontaine. What brings you to this side of town? That was the comment and question that came from this stiff. Do I know you? How the hell? Heck, you know my name. I was getting testy. I was hoping he wasn't about to blow my cover. He was lucky, rather blessed that Diana came to his rescue, because I was about to forget where I was and cuss this brother smooth out. Sasha, it's Anthony Mills, Michelle's little brother, Diana explained. Michelle's little brother? Not that short, fat one with the thick glasses and the bad breath. Is that how you thought of me? Dang, that's cold. Wow, that's real harsh, kid. No, it can't be Junior. I don't believe this. Boy, you look good. I mean, better than good. You got this Denzel, Blair Underwood, Michael Jordan thing going for you. I'm impressed. Time and money, money and time. That's all I can say. He practically bragged. Well, thank goodness for both because you done a 180 on me like it's cute. You still sing? I'm in the entertainment business and I'm looking for a new gospel act. Here's my card. Look up my website when you get the chance. By the way, you look stunning. Beyonce ain't got nothing on you. Diana didn't know it, but she had a lot of explaining to do. How is it that someone as goofy as Anthony grows up to be the Don Juan of San Bernardino? She definitely was going to get bugged throughout the entire church service. How dare she keep something that important from me? I was holding his business card, and it was a top of the line card. It was thick, textured, and legit, with a cell number, website, email address, and fax number, not to mention a Los Angeles address. It's funny because I had heard the name Anthony Mills thrown around a few times, but I didn't think nothing of it. But now, whoa, this could be the mother lode. I saw only a few more people that I recognized. I said my hellos and finally made my way to the seventh pew to join Diana and Kenya. I noticed that the youth choir was dressed in green t-shirts and army fatigue pants and preparing to sing for this week's service. It was shocking not seeing Kenya lined up outside with them. Kenya, aren't you supposed to be singing today? I see all the other teens out there. I anticipated the answer. Oh no, I'm not in the youth choir, Kenya whispered. Why not? I heard you this morning. You got a nice voice, girl. Yeah, that's what some say. And she was tight-lipped about the situation. It's true, you sing very well. You don't know this? Sasha, I know I can sing, and those kids in the choir know I can sing. But they want to turn everything into a contest, and I'm not with it. See, that's where she and I are different. I would have eaten that up had I been a teen. A little competition ain't never hurt nobody, especially when you always win. I was going to teach her how to handle that kind of pressure if it was the only thing she learned from me. I understand. Just remember that you are as cute as I am, can sing like Mary Mary, and you got a nice shape. It's going to be rough like that as long as you look good. Take it from me, Kenya. It's called jealousy. And when people are jealous, just continue doing what you do even better. I can see that those words were already taking effect. Kenya's eyes got wide and a sly smile creeped across her face. I was building her up. In about 2 weeks, she won't be nothing to mess with. In a decent way, of course. I promise. The bad Sasha is gone for good.